Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. Here with Briggs and Ryan. I'm Hunter here on this Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my day 2 of 2 days on the morning shift.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever miss the morning shift?
I do. I loved the morning shift. It was so fun, but just really hard to, wake up.
Yes.
It's the whole thing.
Seriously.
I liked doing the morning show, and it's a long, obviously lengthy show, doing it for 2 hours. But the people obviously made it so much better, and waking up with the world, it seemed nice.
Yeah, it's like a Venn diagram of pros and cons. There is a lot of fun stuff about doing the morning show, but I'm dragging here on this Monday morning.
That drive-in was probably a little tough.
It always is. There was one time I was driving into the morning show. I almost hit 2 moose on the way. Two moose. The meese were flying everywhere. I didn't know where they came from, and they were just running around the road. And
Were they next to each other?
They were next to each other.
Oh,
No. They were 2 meese that were. No, it's not meese, but moose and the mooses were next to each other, and they were running. So that's just a crazy morning show story there. But yeah,
they should come up with a name for like a flock of moose.
Yeah.
Something that sounds a little better. I like a group of crows. I think it's called a murder.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, they need something like that. Maybe there is one.
There's got to be one. Maybe while we're in video, I'll look it up on my phone quick.
A gaggle of moose.
A gaggle of moose. There we go.
That sounds good. Well, coming up on today's show, the owner behind an award-winning cake studio drops by the station, showing us how to make our own beautiful watermelon-themed cakes. They really were beautiful. We go through step by step through that process during what was a very tasty shoot.
And that cake in the front was the professionals, by the way. It was
Yes.
not ours, but we'll have to wait and see
Why'd
how
you
well.
have to spoil that?
Yeah, sorry. I should have saved that. But after that, CEOs of some of the biggest companies in the country are testing out a 4-day work week. As the state of Wisconsin also delivers new numbers showing why fewer people are getting married. But first, have you filed your taxes?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Hunter, you haven't filed your taxes
I filed for an extension.
Oh, good.
Okay.
It gets so complicated with the band, so we always have to go through somebody, and it figures everything out. We always end up owing money, which is so annoying, but that's the life of a band. It's a lot of fun being in a band, so it's worth it.
Not doing anything under the table? You're not just solely cash deals?
I hope not, as far as I know. Somebody else does our taxes. So.
Solely Venmo deals?
Right.
IRS is on the line right now.
If we got deals under the table, they're doing a bad job because we have to pay in every single year.
Hopefully nobody from the IRS is watching the show today, but because it is indeed tax day, so according to the IRS, taxpayers can request a federal tax filing extension like Mr. Hunter McCullough over there no later than today, and missing the tax deadline can result in 2 penalties, a failure to pay penalty and a failure to file penalty. So Hunter seems to have avoided that.
There we go.
Maybe the failure to pay, still waiting on that. But the IRS has received more than 80 million returns in the week ending on March 22nd so far.
Have you got yours taken care of?
I got mine taken care of. Fortunately for me, I am a very fortunate person. I'm very lucky to have the people I have in my life. My mother is an accountant, so
That's awesome.
she is very willing and able to help. And so I have a lot of questions. I'm like, what's a dependent?
Do I have a dependent?
Do I have 5 dependents? I don't know.
How do I claim something?
Yeah.
I should go through your mom for our band's taxes. That's
should.
actually a good idea. I
You
drive
should.
down to Maple Grove to do that.
Yeah, hang out at
Keep it in the-
hang out the old homestead. Yeah.
And are they good cooks? Does your family cook?
Maybe, yeah. My mom's pretty good at cooking.
Didn't you live there? Aren't you a spawn of them?
Are you trying to weasel your way to a half family or something?
I just figure I might as well get a meal while I'm doing my taxes,
My mom makes a lot of good meals.
Okay.
Yes, I'll say that.
Well, I think I'll sign up for that.
I just don't think I was mentally prepared for that question. I think that's why I was a little stunned and taken aback.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to sign up for the Carroll Half tax
I'm
service.
sure they would love to have you.
There we go. I'm coming down. Look out, Halves.
Okay.
Taxes and a treat. Well, for our CBS viewers and his #1 fan, Hunter McCullough here, Billy Joel was rocking New York City during last night's TV special. The event marked his first concert to air on a broadcast network and celebrates his record-breaking 100th consecutive performance at Madison Square Garden. That's incredible. Joel took the stage in front of a sold-out crowd to perform some of his iconic songs. He has also sold out Madison Square Garden more than any other artist since his first show at that venue back on December 14th of 1978.
Yeah, he is absolutely incredible, selling out all these shows, and still people are going to see him. I was lucky enough to see him at Madison Square Garden in 2014, and I was in row 18. It was the coolest thing ever. I have not watched the show from last night. I had to record it because I had to go to bed early for this shift. It was also my brother's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Colton, yesterday. But I'm so excited to watch that later on tonight. I think I'll pop some popcorn and watch the show because he's amazing.
Full review.
There we go.
I would like to hear that. And that first concert you said, 1978, that's like 17 years before I was born, so pretty pretty incredible that he's done 100 shows
Yes.
since that first one.
Crazy.
Well, funny enough, back on Friday, Briggs here was talking about how you wanted to talk more to strangers.
Yeah.
And then funny enough, this morning, I found an article on the Huffington Post talking about a 2022 study that suggests talking to strangers is a critical part of a rich and diverse social life. So
I was onto something.
You're onto something. The Harvard Business School professor said being more aware of the consequential strangers who populate your life and engaging with them helps you feel less lonely.
Well, there we go,
Yeah,
Briggs.
that's kind of what I was going for, you know. It's always fun to get out and meet new people and, you know, learn about their stories, people you might not have ever met before.
Yeah.
That's what I think I like about this job so much, is that
Yeah.
we talk to so many people who, yeah, we would have never really probably had the opportunity to meet or experience things we would have maybe never gotten to do before. Like decorating the cakes we're going to get to show you. But
Yeah.
it's so fun to hear people and their stories, or just, you know, make small talk with
Right,
them.
you do a great job of it. You ask
Thank
very
you.
good questions when you're hanging out when we're doing
you.
those stories
Yep.
together. Yeah, but one of the hardest parts, I think, you know, the memory that sticks with me when it comes to strangers is ordering a pizza. Well, they don't have to do it anymore. Ordering a pizza over the phone as a kid, like the first
Oh.
time you had to do that for the family.
Yeah.
I was stressing.
It's kind of traumatic when your parents like hand over the phone like, it's time, son.
You're like, I
Gotta
don't
make
even, I don't even know what toppings are anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's our address?
You're thinking that they're thinking, who's this idiot on the other end that's trying to talk to
Yeah.
me? You know, it's like, no, it's a good practice though.
Now we can do it solely on our laptop, solely on our phone. So I guess today's kids might not have to worry about that.
True.
Yeah.
Gotta learn those phone manners, though.
Yeah,
That's true.
Important.
Coming up after the break, we're going to become top-tier cake creators. Thanks for spending your Monday with us on Northern Lights.
Welcome back, folks. According to an award-winning Duluth-based artist, cake always seems to bring happiness and joy to others. It's hard to be upset when you're eating or making cake.
That is so true. The other week, we got to welcome the owner of SnazzyCakes to our Northern Life studio, where she showed us what goes into building a beautiful dessert for weddings and other wonderful celebrations.
Alright, you each
Thank
get
you.
one of these.
It's like you're painting drywall or something.
Yeah.
Is that how it happens?
So one thing, if you guys want to just to set up, is we can open up these. And I'll make sure we have,
Layers.
and they will be in layers, so you'll just kind of keep pulling them off, and one will pop out before the other. So you're going to start with one, just one on the bottom, and you're going to have the kind of the crumb bottom on the bottom. So first thing is to mix up your buttercream good. You can use the spatula in there. Kind of just gets the air bubbles out. Okay, so then you get to take either your spatula or your cake spatula here, either one, and put a big old dollop in the center. The purpose of this is so you'll hold in the crumbs and kind of make it nice and flat on the sides once we get that crumb coat. Good job. Okay, so then we take our second one, and I always turn it upside down, so I'm working with something flat. Each layer that you put on, you want to make sure that it's just really flat, and doing just like you're doing, kind of stepping back, making sure that your cake is nice and secure. That looks awesome.
I feel like I'm a crane operator.
This is a bigger deal than people think. I have done it thousands of times, so let's, like if I do it, then I kind of,
Oh,
see, I'm starting to get that edge out there, up and down and on the top. It looks amazing. Yeah, I'm good at this. I'm so good at this. This is so great.
Might leave his job.
We'll talk after. I'm gonna, yes, other way.
like so, like up and down.
Sure, you can do it, but have that way. Yeah, if you have it.
Oh no.
You got it. Yes, so then you're gonna do the top. Let me get these two. Yep, you're just gonna scrape in. So make sure that your spatula is scraped off and then scrape in.
Yeah,
No, these are not quite. There you go, Briggs. There, you got it. You're feeling it. Yay! Each color you're getting better and better at piping. We are. And then once you get that on the sides, then do the top.
It looks like like a brain or something at the top.
Some of you have a lot of extra buttercream, which works good because then we can get a smoother, once we smooth it, then it's a lot more straight. Then I'm going to scrape it on my scrape bowl.
Gotcha.
Don't be stressed out. Don't, does it take, we can do a little deep breathing.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's a little deep breathing. You can see how Briggs, perfect.
Whoa.
I'm kind of holding it here. So versus this.
Not bad.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see the importance of making sure you have the colors filled in. So
It's nice to know that, like, even when you're in the middle of the typing phase, like, things will probably still work out.
you still have a chance. There's still a chance. So then you can take your piping and you can, before you do the top, so good, yeah, that's what might happen.
Oh no, I'm panicking.
Nope, don't panic. I'm gonna help you.
Oh no. A lot of big seeds, a lot of little seeds. Oh, they look like Hershey's Kisses. There we go.
You're gonna find out in a second here. R-Y.
Yeah, it looks so good, you guys.
7. Nice.
7.
No, I didn't. Did I? Did I?
No, you're good.
Blame anybody?
Oh.
Doesn't look like lame.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. That was good stuff.
That was a blast.
Lindsay is incredibly talented at those cakes. When she brought in the watermelon one, I was like, oh, it's probably going to be no problem. We'll probably get ours looking similar to that. And then by the time we were done, I was like, oh, that was perfection. And ours are, a little less than that.
A little less than that.
She was a great teacher, a very, very good teacher.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the other thing too about I feel like I'm kind of a perfectionist sometimes, and so when you see something that's so nice, you're like, I want to do it exactly like that. And as soon as you make your first mistake, yeah, I was freaking out. I was panicking, like trying to resurrect that thing.
Yeah, also, the material we were working with just tasted amazing. Like, the cake was amazing.
Yeah.
The taste itself was just fantastic. And like I said, she was just a really good teacher. She was awesome.
And so cool. It sounds like she wants to maybe get into doing some classes sometime
Yep.
soon.
Yeah.
She was hinting at with us, so you'll have to follow her on social media and see when she might be ready to launch those.
And
That'd be cool.
she's doing it for years too, so obviously you can tell by how well her cakes have turned out that she's an expert.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's an absolute expert in this space, and we're happy to have her here, and it was a lot of fun. So big thanks to Lindsay again for stopping by. We're gonna have her information for SnazzyCakes on our social media accounts, so be sure to check her out too. Hey, still ahead, coming up here on Northern Life, Lenny Kravitz may have a new outfit choice to try out for the next time you head to the gym. Welcome back, everybody, on this Monday. As Hunter and I learned last summer at Briggs and Matt's event, weddings can be a whole lot of fun. So why are we seeing less of them in the state of Wisconsin 50 years ago? Well, experts say there's a lot of reasons. A local clinical professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison says people kind of took a more choose-your-own-adventure approach recently to marriage, and the age of your first marriage has increased. And in 1920, about 1 in every 125 Wisconsinites got married each year. Now it's about 1 in every 200, marking about a 40% decrease. Also probably a reason here, the cost of weddings in 2024 in Wisconsin, that average is about $26,000.
$26,000? Are you kidding me?
That's a lot of money.
It's
You
a brand new
better love
car. We're not going to ask you how much your wedding was.
Yeah,
But I'm sure the finances are probably a stressful thing.
It kind of deters you a little bit. But then as you keep going through the planning process, you're like, oh, what's another $100 here?
It adds
Throw that
up.
over there, and you're
just
just
throw
like,
it on the
oh
bill.
my
Exactly.
gosh. Yeah, so I can maybe relate to the expensive nature part and just how quickly the costs keep climbing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people take a lot of different paths in life these days.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just like not needing to get married. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not a priority for as many people anymore. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what it meant by, what did it say?
Choose your own adventure.
Yes.
Approach to marriage. What does that mean?
So it sounds like
confused.
some people are having kids first and then they're going to get married later, or they're just not even going to put a title on it until maybe years down the road.
Sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes there's not really necessarily a need to if you don't need that in your
Yeah.
life.
To each their own.
To each their own.
To each their own. That's true.
Well, as people return to work today on this Monday, nearly a third of large U.S. companies are considering a shortened work week to help combat burnout. That's according to a newly released KPMG survey of CEOs. The schedules being considered are 4 or 4.5 day work weeks. The findings show how executives have been searching for ways to attract and retain talent in a competitive job market, one that has many employees feeling overworked and underpaid. However, the idea is still in the experimentation phase, and we've seen some companies here locally, especially in the summer, do like half-day Fridays. I'm pretty sure Maurice's might do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Half-day Fridays would be kind of nice. It also sounds like, I was reading a little more of that survey too, that across the pond in the UK, they've been trying out that more and more, that 4-day work week, and it seems like people are a little happier.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
I would love that.
I
That
would
sounds
guess so.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Even if you had to get your 40 hours in the 4 days. And
Yeah.
4
I
10s.
think some of these companies are even just kind of changing the amount of hours that they even have people working. So it's like a little bit down, closer to like 32 instead. So they're working like 8-hour 4 days instead of the 45 days. So that would obviously be a big help too.
Seriously.
Yeah, huge help. Well, hey, in the world of entertainment, if you want to call this entertainment, but Lenny Kravitz and leather pants seem to go hand in hand. So much so, he even opts for the tight-fitting clothes at the gym, apparently. A video of the superstar musician working out in leather pants going viral and generating quite the social media buzz. He posted this bit of himself pumping some iron in leather pants, wearing a mesh top, sunglasses, and boots, inspiring comments like, "My man never breaks character." And the video also gave another guy an excuse. Reasons why I haven't started working out. 1, I don't own any leather pants.
Oh my gosh, yeah. How do those things not rip? My gosh, you don't have the mobility that you would in like a pair of shorts or something like that.
I don't know if I have the confidence for leather pants, but I've owned a leather jacket one time. Really enjoyed it, but leather pants seem like a stretch.
Maybe you should try the jacket at the gym next time.
Would you work out in your leather jacket?
Probably not.
Lenny was moving fast there too.
It'd be hot, yeah. Very impressive.
A lot of
whatever he's
friction.
doing. Yeah.
When we return, we'll talk about tomorrow's basketball blindfold.
Welcome back, folks. Tomorrow here on Northern Life, I take Ryan and Briggs over to the UMD campus where we got to play a game of horse with 2 athletes on the Bulldogs women's basketball team. We even got to hang out with Coach Pearson as we battled it out on the court. I was really excited for this blindfold for you two, and it was an absolute blast. We had a lot of fun. A lot of sweat was had as well,
Yeah.
and we did really bad.
We did.
I will say somebody impressed the group the most,
Yeah.
and you'll have to wait and see who
Yes.
exactly that was. But it also wouldn't be a Hunter McCullough blindfold if it didn't start out with a few bumps in the
Yeah.
road. So
Getting
true.
lost in UMD,
Yes.
walking us through a library back and forth with
Yep.
our blindfolds on.
I told Hunter, I was like, I think I know where we are, so if you need help with the directions, I can help you out.
Even the blindfolded person knew what was going on.
Yeah. Before we go, Minnesota's largest candy store is moving, but not too far away. The candy store down in Jordan, Minnesota, was facing a serious dilemma with upcoming road construction. So the new store is going to be 2 times bigger. It's already an enormous building. Plans on opening in 2027. The current store will stay open until 2026 before that new one is built. I've been there before. Absolutely enormous. So if you love candy, be sure to travel on down to Jordan, Minnesota, and then figuring it out in 2027. Go back and see the new one.
Let's go on a road trip, Northern Life.
Road
Let's
trip.
do it. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.